What up, DK gang? So, I don't even know where to begin, but here we are. And if you don't know what's going on, this video is basically gonna be kind of like a story time of my perspective of the engagement. Like everything that all the details that I have, because I have all the behind the scenes details that Diera doesn't have. I don't want to ramble, but I'm probably gonna ramble. A little disclaimer out there. I'm gonna waste some more time, so let's go ahead and get into the video. No, we normally do that together. Kind of weird doing it by my. So let's see. I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Things that you guys don't know, now we can tell you guys. You know, it's out there. I have been planning to marry Diera seriously. Like obviously we've always said we wanted to get married, but when I really in my heart knew that I wanted to go ahead and do this was like last year in October. Everybody's gonna be like, October, Ken? Well, it's not adding up. Bear with me. One of the big things that Diera wanted me to do that you guys seen in the proposal video was to ask her grandparents. That was like a huge major piece that I was missing for a very long time. In October, that's when I decided, okay, I want to do this. So I'm reaching out to friends, family, you know, people around me to see how we could do this. Mind you, I haven't even got the ring yet. You know, I just wanted to have an idea of how I wanted this to look. Because I had no idea. Didn't know if I wanted to do it in Atlanta. We were traveling so much, so I didn't know if I wanted to do it in Bali or something. You know, I just didn't know. After a while, we just kind of let it ride a little bit while I searched for a ring and perfect style and who could do it the best and, you know, all of these different things. So fast forward a little bit to January is when I actually found a jeweler, right? Yeah, it was perfect. Reached out to this company, really great company out in LA, and it's like, hey guys, it's funny because I'm gonna tell you what I exactly said. I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I need a ring by Valentine's Day. Everybody's gonna be like, Valentine's Day? Okay. Are we missing something? Bear with me. I don't want to ramble, but we gonna go down the line. Trust me. So my original plan was to, well, I ain't gonna go there yet. First, we talked about ring styles, budget-wise, all of these different things, and these guys were like, hey, this is great. We got you. Don't worry about it. You'll have it by Valentine's Day. Cool. So we're still corresponding. We even went up a few diamond sizes, like all kind of things that we were just kind of talking about in the process of getting that ring, right? Like we went down to every single detail, diamond type, all of that stuff. And I don't know much about jewelry, so I was really researching and getting invested in this because, you know, it's my lady's ring. It's gotta be perfect. It's gotta be the thing that she wears forever, you know? Unless we upgrade. At that point, I'm like on cloud 9. I'm like DMing this guy, texting this guy, and I'm having a good time in my head because obviously Diera can't know this. She can't enjoy it with me just yet. I was enjoying the hell out of this, no lie. We were still talking, getting the ring, and then finally we got the ring finalized. I send the other half of the money because when we first initially started, in order for me to get started, I had to send them half. So I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying, kind of managing money very well to where Diera doesn't notice because obviously our money's kind of synced in certain ways, but I was able to finesse it really well to where she didn't notice it was gone. So after a while, I sent him the last half and he's like, cool, we got you. And at that point, after I sent the last half, the ring was being shipped. He get money, he ship ring, right? He did like overnight or something, right? Because now we're getting into February, it's kind of getting close to Valentine's Day. Boom, I got the ring, guys. It came in this FedEx box, wrapped really incredibly well. I decided where I was gonna hide it, right? In this back room downstairs with all this PR stuff. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys. So this is the room it was hidden in. And as you can see, it's a lot of stuff in here. So it's easy to hide stuff in plain sight. It was hidden in plain sight at the top of this shelf. And it's funny because one day Diera came and cleaned and actually moved it from here to here. And I got really nervous that she might have seen it, so. All right, so now it became a planning, right? So to me, I knew I wanted to get engaged like right away. Like I was excited, I had the ring, you know, nothing was stopping me. I was ready. The major piece I was missing was asking Diera's grandparents, right? I was kinda on the fence of like, I wanna ask, but then again, I have the ring, you know, I don't wanna wait. So I was kinda, I don't know. I wasn't gonna say I was trying to skip steps, but like I said, I was just excited. So I just wanted to do it. You know, you just wanna do something when you really wanna do it. That's how I felt. I'm not gonna say I planned to do it, but I wanted to do it on Valentine's Day, right? But here's the funny part. I don't even know what we were doing this day. It was a random day. It was leading up to Valentine's Day. Just chilling, hanging out. Diera, we always have conversations about marriage, engagement, and all of these things, right? Oh, I have to go back. I skipped the part. When we were looking at the ring, well, when me and the guy were talking about the ring, he needed De'Air's ring size. Totally forgot this part, but I know De'Air's ring size very, very, very strategically. De'Air buys a lot of rings. You guys know this. She has a lot of rings, right? I would periodically try on her rings to see what fits on my finger compared to what fits on her finger, right? So I came to the conclusion that my pinky finger is the same size as her ring finger. If I tried on a ring and it fit my pinky finger perfect, I knew it would fit her ring finger perfect, because these are things that I just had to figure out over time. So apologies, see, let me make sure I ain't forget nothing else. I think that was the only thing. Now back to where I was. We were having a conversation and De'Air just randomly was like, hey, whenever you do propose, whenever that is, Ken, you know I love you, you ain't in no rush, don't do it on a holiday. So I was like, okay. This is after I had been planning something for Valentine's Day. So I was like, oh yeah, don't worry about it, you know. Who wants to, you know, who does holidays, you know, forget it. Deep down, I was hurt. I was hurt. Then from February to about February to May, I was like, you know, I was talking to family. I was like, hey, since I have more time, we can try to get this grandparent piece, right? And I'm trying my hardest to get this done. But me and De'Air, we wake up together, you know what I'm saying? We're involved in each other's lives, right? Like, she's going out to dinner with friends. She always like, yeah, I'm going with such and such. And her grandparents live in Memphis, right? So I had no idea how I was gonna pull that off. No clue. You know, I'm talking to family, because Memphis is only like a 50-minute flight, so I could always fly in, fly back out. I'm talking to family, seeing who can get De'Air away from me the most time, where she's not gonna text me and wonder where I am, and she's not gonna FaceTime me, and came to the conclusion that this might be risky, might not work. So we were like really on the fence of really how were we gonna do this, and that was like a major thing. So that's when it started creeping up on her birthday, and this is when De'Air did the photo shoot where she reenacted her mom's photos. So around that time, I'm thinking about, you know, what if I proposed to De'Air on her birthday? It's just me thinking, I'm like, you know, I want her to be able to celebrate a birthday and a proposal date separately, right? Like, I don't want to make her have to feel like these things have to coexist, right? I wanted the proposal thing to be its own separate thing, its own separate date, its own separate moment, right? I didn't want to fuse it with another moment. If that makes sense. We scratched that out. So we passed April, right? And now I'm really thinking, like, how am I gonna do this? Like, I have no idea. Fast forward past April and May. The planning was just kind of stalled a little bit because we were really trying to figure out how we were gonna do it. Even my mom got involved and was like, you know, we could just drive to Memphis and we could just, you know, just say we were driving somewhere else. I was like, it's not a bad idea. De'Air's gonna want something, or she may FaceTime me randomly, like, you know, you said you were, like, say if we said we were gonna drive to Orlando. She's gonna want to see something in Orlando. So it became very difficult to get this piece. And I became very worried because I had no idea how I was gonna get it. Now we in June, and this is perfect. Her grandparents came to Atlanta. It came to Atlanta. I knew this just had to be something great. I was happy. I was ecstatic. Obviously, I couldn't show it, couldn't let De'Air know what was going on. But from that point on, I was like, hey, texting family, friends, like, yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it, right? Got the idea. One day, we kicking it at the house. Her cousins are with us. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna go grab her some food. I'll be back. Zoomed over to her mom's house, because that's where her grandparents are staying at. And they're both there. No interruptions, nothing, right? Had the camera. This is the piece you guys seen in the proposal video, right? And another part about that is that camera would not act right. I know you guys can kind of see it tip over a little bit to the point where I had to hold it. I wasn't mad or anything about it because I was just excited to finally have this piece, so I wasn't tripping. I was able to go over there, ask them, couldn't ask for a better reaction, a better anything pertaining to that situation, right? I was super happy. The second I got it, I got back in the car. Obviously, I had to go pick up some food from somewhere. Texting friends, family, like, hey guys, we got it. Got it. I was like super happy because at that point I could go into a super hard mode of planning. I had nothing else was stopping me at that point. Nothing. I was like, yo, it's time. We're ready. And mind you, this dates back to last October, you know what I mean, of me trying to figure out how I want to do this thing, right? We're in June of 2019 compared to October of 2018, right? After I got that piece, then it became the planning. I knew we had the Greece trip coming up because we had booked this trip a while back before June. So I knew we were going to Greece, but I had no idea how to plan a proposal overseas. So my plan was, initially, I was like, hey, I want to do this. This is it. I'm done waiting. I'm done being a boyfriend. It's time to be some fiancés around this joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sick of boyfriend, sick of girlfriend, nothing but fiancés now. That was my mindset, so I had to get right. So I'm staying up. At this point, it's like July, like early July. I'm up early. I mean, not early, but I'm up late at nights. Time difference in Greece is crazy. Texting videographers and photographers and venues over in Greece. I'm like getting rates and telling them what the plan is and telling them, you know, the involvement of other people like the photographer and the venue, and you guys need to try to come together to help me out. And it became very difficult to get 4 or 5 people in another country who don't know each other to collaborate and to all get on the same page in order to pull this off. It became very difficult because everybody had a different schedule. I was excited, but I was becoming very, I'm not gonna say mad, but I was becoming very upset at the situation in Greece initially, because I really wanted this to be perfect. And to me, it just felt like it was becoming harder and harder because I really, you know, I was stuck between really wanting to do it and really wanted to be perfect, right? So these things, I wanted them to coexist to some extent, but after trying to reach out to so many different people in Greece, it became harder for the perfection part, and it really became upsetting, very upsetting. So these are nights where I'm downstairs, Dier thinks I'm playing the game, I'm really downstairs playing with the ring on my pinky finger, showing it to family, sending pictures and all of that stuff. I'm in the mirror like an hour every night in July with the ring on my pinky finger. So I'm doing all of that. I'm just, like I said, I'm just corresponding with so many different people in Greece, and I was like, yo, this is tough. Everybody has a different schedule. These guys want to do it Saturday. This guy want to do it Sunday. And I'm like, well, how about if we all just try to do it this day? I was even willing to pay extra in order to get everybody on the same page. It just wasn't working out. So I hopped on Google and I ended up finding a company who specializes in destination proposals, right? And I reached out, sent the quick emails like, hey, this is my plan. Sorry, so last minute. Well, it wasn't really last minute, but you know, it just felt like it because, like I said, I've been doing this October 2018. So it felt last minute to me. But these guys were like, nah, this is cool. You got perfect timing. They were like, just give us some details and everything. So I was like, I told them how I wanted it to look, you know what I'm saying? Explaining our little story to them and all of those different things. It was like, got you, don't even worry about it. I think like 2-3 days go by, I hear from them again. It was like, hey, I think we found the perfect venue. They gave me 2 options. One was like a winery, the rooftop in Greece, and another one was above a restaurant, right? They sent me pictures of both. And at first, initially I had already seen the one above the restaurant. So that was the one my heart was set on. Then they showed me the winery. I think with the winery, for me, here's the thing, for me, felt like it was too big. For our proposal, I definitely wanted it to be kind of a smaller, more intimate type vibe. Like I didn't want it to be too huge. Well, they would have to decorate this entire thing, and they were telling me this would take hours. So I was like, you know, it doesn't have to be that. It could be as intimate as possible because I want this proposal to be intimate. I want it to be romantic. I want it to be beautiful. I want her to love it. I want to love it, you know, all of these different things. So we decided on that particular venue, the one that you guys see in the proposal video, where we come up the steps and all of those things. Then it became like a style of decorations, right? Because they had a few different options and time of day. So I decided on sunset. After watching the video and looking at how everything came out, I'm very happy I picked sunset. It was beautiful. Like, it was just, I couldn't have asked for a better moment at all. Like, that was like a perfect moment, not even just for me, but I know Dier felt the same way. So now we're getting into just execution wise, right? So we're past July, we're getting into August, we're getting ready to go. So I'm corresponding with the planners just to make sure everything's still good, everything's still great, time of day still good, you know, all of these things. And we decided on August the 19th, and that was gonna be the day that this happens. From that point on, man's hands got sweaty, and it became a job of just making sure the ring stayed hit. We're packing for the trip. It's time. It's time. Like, we're finally here. After all of the planning, after all of the upsets, after all of these things, it was time. It was time. I was not coming back to the United States of America as a boyfriend. I was not. I was like, this is it. I'm doing it. That was final. We get, you know, so I had a fanny pack going to Greece, right? And I made sure the ring stayed in the fanny pack, no matter what. So I always knew where it was. I didn't care about nothing in my suitcase. My whole suitcase could have went missing as long as I had this ring. I was good. Made sure to stay with me. It's even funny because we would be on the plane and I would even try to sleep with my fanny pack, where I would just lay it in my lap. And Dier would always like, why don't you just put it over here? And I was like, no, I'm good, because I couldn't take the risk of her open. I just couldn't. So I held on to it. Like, it was my baby at the time. You know what I'm saying? I cradled it. It was good. We get to Greece, and and at this point, I'm not emailing these guys no more. We're on WhatsApp. We're still talking, make sure everything's good. I'm sending them pictures of both Dier and I, so they know what we look like when we walk up to the venue. You know, casual days. We're just hanging out. We're enjoying vacation. Dier has no idea what's going on. Meanwhile, I'm on cloud 9. I know why I'm here. You know, this is it. This is gonna be the trip. This is gonna be the moment. All of these things. We're just enjoying vacation. having fun. Dear has no idea, but then it came time for the day. It was time. I wake up in the morning, I'm excited. I'm texting friends and family, yo, this is the day, guys. Shout out to everybody who helped me get to this moment, all of the conversations I've had with all of my friends and family who knew I wanted to do this for so long. Shout out to every single one of you. You guys always kept my head in the right place of how I wanted to do this. That makes sense. August 19th. This is the magical, magical, magical day. I'm on cloud 9, De'Aaron's chilling. I'm just super, super excited. Couldn't nothing make me mad that day at all. Nothing. I can't even remember exactly what we did beforehand, but I think it involved taking pictures or something. We did something to the point where De'Aaron was just kind of wore out. Makeup was kind of, you know, it just kind of sweated off a little bit. It got to a point where she even got in the shower, took her makeup off, and I wasn't gonna let that happen. I was like, look, I know you just showered, you took your makeup off, gotta redo it. We're going to dinner tonight. And she didn't want to go. I was like, man, look, you're going. That's final. You're going, we're going. She ended up redoing it. I'm hyping her too. She put on a fine dress. I'm like, yo, baby, you look fire, right? I'm trying to hype her up so she feels better about going to dinner because she was really tired, and I get it because that sun out there was killing us. But it couldn't kill me because, you know, your boy had the ring. Yeah. There was even a moment where De'Aaron went up to the receptionist for something, and I was outside. I had the ring on I had the ring in the box actually. And I was just kind of looking at it because I'm in Greece and I'm not coming back a boyfriend. Got the ring. I'm checking that joint out. It's beautiful. I've seen the ring for months, tried it on everything, but it's like every time I look at it to this day, I'm still amazed that this is on my lady's finger. I'm blessed. So anyway, the moment of truth. Call a taxi. You know, we're about to go to the restaurant. I'm still talking to the people on WhatsApp. At this point, this is a whole separate SD card, right? Because I hid an SD card from De'Aaron in order to keep my footage together, like the footage with the grandparents and everything. So at this point, I have the SD card, what I call it the proposal SD card, in the camera now. So I wouldn't let De'Aaron see the camera either. This is funny. So we're on the taxi and I vlogged a little bit. I think you guys seen this part in the video where we're on the bus and that's me vlogging because De'Aaron actually wanted to vlog, but I wouldn't let her. So I actually vlogged a bit and I just kind of showed her a little bit, let her, you know what I'm saying? We're just pretending to vlog. Well, I'm pretending. De'Aaron thinks we're really vlogging. It was kind of traffic, right? And here's another funny part because that Greece traffic was trying to stop the boy, but I wasn't gonna let it. It was really bad traffic trying to get up to the restaurant. Really bad traffic. We had to actually get out a little ways down and walk the rest of the way. I wasn't tripping. I was on cloud 9. I had all the energy in the world. Again, De'Aaron was a little tired, so I had to keep hyping her like, look, babe, you look good. Let's go in here and have some fun. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna have, you know, some good food. All these things. And eventually she started to feel better. She started to feel better. We get up to the venue, right? It's the host. It's not really the host for the restaurant though. This is the person who I've been speaking to on WhatsApp. And she greeted us outside. It's like, hey, how can I help you guys? Me, knowing who she is and she know who we are, I was like, cool. I'm in my head. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, we're just here to have dinner. And she's like, okay, cool. We're not really here to have dinner. I'm here to become a fiance and make her a fiance. This is what we're here for. Walking up, I'm excited. De'Aaron has no idea what's going on. And at that point, I had like a huge range of emotions. I was nervous. I was happy. It was like so many different things went through my mind that I just wanted this to work. I just want this to be. They take us through the restaurant. And it's funny because when we walk in, the restaurant's kind of like to the left, but we keep straight behind the receptionist desk. It's like this little hidden door that goes up these stairs to the roof. And that's where we went. De'Aaron, she's not thinking much of it, you know, because I guess she just wasn't expecting it, really. We walk in, we're going up the steps, right? And at this point, I'm getting nervous just talking about it because I remember exactly how I felt. Like I was nervous walking up the steps, right? Getting up, I look up, you know, De'Aaron sees the venue first, sees the decorations first, and I look over and I'm like, yes. It's perfect. At this point, I'm like, all right, it's go time. It's time. Your boy's about to get down on that one knee and he's gonna do it. This is it. This is the moment I prayed for and hoped for since last year, and it's here. I was dumb excited, guys. Like, words can't even describe how I really felt. Like, there were so many different emotions. So we're walking up, and at this point, I'm like taking stuff off, like camera, everything, because I know what I'm about to do. Took the ring out, and De'Aaron's in front of me, so she can't see any of this. And person who actually helped from WhatsApp, you guys may see like a small snippet of it in like the proposal video, where I'm like handing her stuff that I can be as hands-free as possible, right? So we're walking up, and De'Aaron's like, wow, this is beautiful. She think we're about to have dinner up here. It's like beautiful. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is dope. You know, I planned this, whatever, yada yada. You know, just I was feeling it. You know, the sunset was beautiful, beautiful. almost as beautiful as her. She was like, hey, I want to take a pic. Dear Lord, I see what you're doing for me and I appreciate it. I mean, everything lined up perfectly. So I was like, of course, baby, I'll take your picture. I grabbed the phone, told her to turn around, kind of scoot up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, so I can get the sunset. Switched over to video because I was like, I ain't gonna take no picture. I might as well just get a little video. Get down on one knee, right? I'm holding the cameras, I'm holding her phone. This is her phone, recording. I'm down on one knee with the ring. She turns around. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I think I cried first. I'm just gonna throw her out there. I think I was crying before she even turned around. Like I said, it was so many emotions that went through my head that I couldn't help it, man. I was just, cause from where we started, like we started from the bottom, nothing. I was at Home Depot, Dier was just doing some Instagram stuff, like nothing. We didn't have anybody on YouTube to look to and give us help about how we was gonna do things. We just kind of figured it out and it got us to where we are now. And our relationship grew tremendously, and I just knew this moment on one knee, I was ready to get married. I knew she was ready, and this is how we made it here, you know what I mean? So I'm crying. You could probably hear me in the video like on Dier's Instagram, and I'm just like, not crying like uncontrollably, but I'm like laughing and crying. You know, like those happy tears. Like I was on one. I was so happy and hurt. I mean, I don't even know how to explain this moment, but you know, I had to put the phone down, obviously, because you know, I had to get my words right. And to be honest, guys, I think I might have rambled a little bit when I was proposing, because again, I was just so happy. It was just so much stuff to tell her. It was just so much, you know, I love you, you know, I want to be with you, you know, we've been through this, you know, it was just so much that I had to let her know. I love you. I want to be with you. You know I want to be with you. You know I want this forever. I am who I am because of you. All of these things. And eventually I asked her, you know, Dier Vache Taylor, will you marry me? She said yes. I mean, I don't even know how to describe that moment. Like, you know, I really don't. I'm trying to, but that moment was the most magical moment for me. I'm like shaking just thinking about that moment because it was just so pure. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just beautiful. I enjoyed it. I was so happy. I mean, I've seen people get engaged before, but you know, it was just congrats. Until it's you, and it's a whole different feeling, you know, like you're about to marry the woman that you love, the woman of your dreams, all of these things. I thank every single one, the photographer, videographer, the planners, every single person who have put this together. Couldn't have did this without you guys. At this point, nothing can stop us because nothing ever could. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna go cry a little bit. I think that's about every single detail. Hope I didn't forget anything because I definitely rambled. This video is gonna be very, very long. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you who sat here and listened to the story of how everything took place. That's it. So gang, I love you. And no smooch call because Dier's not here, but you guys know I love her. She loves you. I love you. Thanks for watching. I hope you watched the entire thing because it was a lot and it was a lot of details. But I love you, gang, and we're out of here. Peace. Oh, snap. Shit.